All right, everybody, welcome back. Today is the end of your second week of orientation classes. You have now officially been here for over 2 weeks. You guys just went through the class where you went through the course loads, you looked at the catalogs, you got to pick your starting schedule for classes. And now you guys get to officially sign up for your clubs. Since you guys all were spoken for, it's pretty easy for you to just fill out the paper and immediately hand it back over. But for people who haven't already decided, they have the end of the day to figure out what clubs they want to join. You guys are let out a couple hours early because today is literally just you meet up, you pick your classes, and then you go. And it's essentially a second free day. You guys have a couple hours before your club activities that you guys have been helping practice for and set up for the whole last week. And you guys have a bit of free time. How are you guys feeling? What are you guys doing?
Fantastic. Phelan has already changed into her fucking cheer uniform.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that. Walking advertisement.
A walking advertisement. I think Mativa is dressed up. I can imagine. This is gonna sound really doofy. I imagine she's snacking on the pickles her mom got her.
Oh, 100%. Just to have a pickle in hand. Full face done.
Kenzo?
Oh, I don't know how Dev is dressed because I don't know what the mood of the thing will be.
Open shirt blouse.
Yeah, I'll probably just wear the casual clothes.
Yeah, you do know a bit about what's going on with your thing, where it's basically an improv situation. So basically, everybody's just going to become dressed however they want because there wasn't a cohesive theme. Because the whole point is like that there wasn't a plan. You just go up, be cool, be flashy, be funny. You know.
Be pretty.
Yeah. So you can dress however you want.
Oh, does Dove have that one red outfit?
Oh yeah, Dove does have that one red outfit.
Dove should wear that. That would be really cute.
Oh yeah, I can have Dev wear that. It's
Yeah.
like a red velvet suit with like the top is like
Sheer.
black sheer material with like roses on it for
It's
decoration.
so pretty.
It's pretty. Wear it with titties.
Female presenting nipples.
Female presenting the nipples. They bring in the customers.
It's true. Do you think that changelings actually would get away with not getting clocked for that because they could shift and not have nipples?
That's
Gaslight the police when they show up to arrest you for being nude in public, and you're like, "What are you talking about?"
I'm a Ken doll, but are you talking about nipples? No.
I don't
Never
even
heard
have a
of 'em.
belly button.
I got male presenting nipples. You can't arrest me for that.
Okay. Well, you guys are all chillin' and vibin', and you are released from class. And all of the other first years in your class are sort of also high energy because there's this kind of like this air of like you are all now officially Strixhaven students, and you guys all have heard in some capacity how there's going to be a lot to do, a lot of events today. So as you sort of are walking out, do you guys want to do anything in particular, talk to anybody in particular before you guys go to your respective events or to set up for your events?
I want to speak with Melwathorn.
Ooh.
Because
Yeah.
I also wanted to join that club, but I think Phelan is going to choose to, like, stick with Sheer for this particular afternoon.
Yeah, You can find Melwithorn. I do remember you telling me that you definitely wanted to sign up for the Student Mages of Faith. They are not a performance-based club, so they're not really doing anything super big, but you do notice that they have a part of the campus that's sort of like decorated, I guess. And it kind of looks similar to like the table you saw at like in the student activities room the first day, but it's sort of like big. There's some decorations and lights. There's some like little like floating lanterns and a couple pieces of sort of like liturgical items and holy symbols and that sort of thing. And it's kind of just a place where people are like meeting up and talking. And you would notice as you go to find Melwithorn, you would see that Shivadri is there, and you know Shivadri, but you also see... I have to open this club. You would also see that Eleni is there, talking to everybody.
Elaine. And quick memory refresh, because I have not yet memorized all of the names. Which one is Shivadri again?
Shivadri is a Owlin. They are
Yes.
I believe a Silver Quill.
Yes, they're the one that has the yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You haven't talked with Shivadri that much, but you have been in club-like activities with them, and you would know that they're pretty quiet and very stoic.
Yes. Okay. I don't have anything in particular to talk about, but I do think Philin is gonna just vibe for a bit before going and like checking to see if there's anything she could help out with.
Yeah, definitely. You can definitely sit over here and like vibe, talk with everybody there. Eleni, while there, would mention that they're actually going to be joining this club, so that's another club mate you get.
Yay!
Yeah. What about the other two of yous? You guys can do stuff together. You guys can go interact with NPCs, ask questions, that sort of thing. Or you can just go early and help set up.
Motiva, you got any ideas?
I was gonna say I know what I want to do. If you have any ideas, I would say go ahead, because mine might take a second.
Oh, go ahead. I have kind of an idea, but not really yet. Go ahead.
So, okay, Motiva's going to find Chad.
Yeah.
Motiva's gonna fucking slap a hand on his shoulder.
Yeah.
She's gonna say, "So, I know that you're making a dueling club."
So before we actually get too far into this, actually, because I have to describe what Chad is doing. And Chad, Rowan, Will, and also I want to say, like, maybe Ashan and Musim are all kind of hanging out on this barren part of the quad, but Chad in particular is like full, like, tailgating painted up with a giant sign for the duel club, so that anybody who wants to join will come over and join the club. So this is the vibe. This is the vibe. He's like shirtless and he has like body paint on him and he's like face paint and shit. Like full like football season shit.
Oh my god.
Second. Yeah. Motiva's gonna put a. I have to rectify something she says. Motiva puts a hand on his shoulder and she says, "Nice tits. So, how is the recruiting going?"
Thanks. Going pretty well. We have like, he looks around and he says, like 5 people now.
Oh, hell yeah. Motiva's going
You know you
to...
want to join. He shakes the sign.
Motiva thinks for a second and she says, "Well, my second club is up in the air, but if certain things don't happen, I would like to join, yeah."
You see that he looks hella stoked and he's like, alright, find me, before the deadline. I will be here. And he like tosses the sign up like those people outside of sandwich shops.
Motiva's gonna look at him and say, "Good luck," and she's going to give a point of inspiration.
Oh, that's fun. I take the point of
Aw.
inspiration and I put it next to Chad.
I give it, and that's all I got. Motiva stared at tits and called it a day.
You sure saw some tits.
Mackenzie,
What?
what you gonna do?
Yeah,
Oh.
what you doing?
So I want to talk to the first years because I love the first years, but I don't know specifically what to say aside from what club or job are you joining? But I feel like Panini's gonna tell us anyway. So
Well, I'm gonna tell you if you notice. So if there are people you want to know, I would definitely say ask, because it's not like there's gonna be like a list I'm posting, if that makes sense.
Can I do a two-part thing? Because there's one person I want to ask, and then I want to go do a different thing.
Yeah, because if you just want to ask and not have it be a whole thing, then you can do that. That's fine.
I would like to go ask Giselle because I know she didn't really have an idea.
Yeah, I think you would go up to Giselle, and Giselle looks like she is like, how do I describe this? It's not that she looks like she's trying to go very quickly from the classroom, but you see that she is kind of leaving faster than some of the other people who are kind of like meandering and chit-chatting and talking. When you go up and ask, Giselle specifically, Giselle would probably be a little flustered by the question, but say, oh, I wanted to look around still and see if that helped make the decision for me. But I do know that I wanted to sign up to work at the Biblioplex for some spare money.
Oh, that's lovely. That's perfect for you.
Yes, I'm no stranger to having too much free time, but I figured having work to do would be nice.
I agree with that. It was a bit confusing to know how to work my free time at first.
Where are you going?
I'm actually just about to go over to Silver Quill campus very quick, borrow a bunch of makeup, and come back and offer to make myself look like the people who are passing by so I can give them a makeover by looking like them.
Oh my god, that's really cute, actually. Fuck. That's so cute. I think that Giselle would say, oh, that sounds lovely. I will go with you a part of the way. I'll go with you to Silver Quill also and see if there are any presentations over there.
That's a good idea. There's plenty of writing over there. It may be something that could interest you.
That's what I'm hoping. But shall we go?
Yes, we shall. And Dove will offer out their arm.
She is going to take their arm. And you walk over to Silver Quill campus to go to the Grey Room. I will say that I think that like your interaction is definitely very nice. You guys kind of do some little chit chat. You guys get to sort of like, again, see the sights. Strixhaven is a very striking campus and very beautiful at times. And you go to get your makeup. I actually want to ask you a question because I really like this idea like a lot. Do you want to do this with the time before your club thing?
Yes, I wanted to do it while it's kind of still getting set up. So instead of just being like, blah, 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 here's all about the club. If you're interested, it's more of like an interactive, like, yeah, this is like a thing of the club. Like you'll get like makeovers and like you'll look like, you know, get all, yeah, you know.
Yeah, no, I really like that a lot. I like that that's something you can do before like the play basically, finger quotes, is starting. Yeah, I think that's super cute. I was basically trying to gauge if this was like a money thing or if it was just like an what's that word? Exposure thing. But I really like the idea that it's like an exposure thing of like, come be a theater kid. That's really cute. Okay, nice. You can definitely take as much as you need. The Inklings don't really stop you, which is very interesting because you guys normally only take a little bit at a time. And so you never really knew if there was a limit, but as you're like taking like enough to like do like a lot of makeup, they don't stop you, so you can really take as much as you want.
That thanks them at least when they leave.
It makes a little squelchy noise in return.
I love them.
I love them so much. Yeah, awesome. Okay. Do you two want to do anything else in the setup period of your events?
I grab the costume trunk and I grab whatever makeup I have and I am ready.
Okay, yeah. You also wait in front of your section, prepared to pull people in with makeovers and face paint and dressing up and that sort of
Immediately
thing.
join the play.
Yeah, I think that's very cute. Also, the idea of like, here, come here, I'll set you up and you can just go. Like, you don't have to worry about numbers, you don't have to worry about stuff, just go play. I think that's really cute. What about you, Flynn? You got any ideas?
None that I can think of. I think the plan is just to hang out and help at Mages of Faith before just heading over and prepping with the cheer squad.
Yeah, boy. Okay, let's do it. So, you guys are all in different sections. Dove, your thing is at the Rose stage. I think I had discussed that before. Yours is at the Rose stage. Motiva's event, yours is on the lawn in front of the Biblioplex, which is the same place you saw them perform the first time on their play. And then I actually think, Flynn, you are at the stadium. I forgot which word to use because there's like 3 different sports fields here, and I'm not a sports person. But that's where all of y'all's stuff is. So, without further ado, I am going to really quickly use the bathroom, and then we'll start with our scenes. Play is pressed. I will switch the music, and then we'll go to the first one. If I can figure out which was the song I was supposed to do. 1 second. Okay. So we're gonna start with Motiva. Everybody else please mute as you are in separate locales. So Motiva, you are set up and you are ready, to the point where you are here almost earlier than anybody else in the club. Rosie is here kind of getting the lawn set up for everybody, but you are like set up with your station. You have like your costumes, and then you also have the trunk of like the costumes the club uses, the ones that aren't like handmade for specific people. These are the ones that are kind of just like, you go and you pick up a cloak, or you go and you pick up like, you know, like a skirt and that sort of thing. And as you're sort of waiting, what's very interesting about specifically the LARP club is as play starts to go on, a lot of people stop and are very interested by your like offer of like, let me make you up, let me dress you up, and let like join the play. Like, you don't have to plan anything, you can just go and like interact and have fun. You get a lot of people who like stop and who are interested in it, but you don't actually get a lot of bites to join the club. A lot of people kind of just like the novelty of it, but you do get a lot of visitors, including friends of yours. So 2 friends that stop by to visit and kind of see what you're doing is River and their friend Javanish. As River kind of runs up to you and asks like, what you're doing, how's it going? It's lively over here.
I hope so. We're playing. Doing good. Do you want to put on some makeup?
Oh, on me?
Do you want to play? Do you want to be somebody you're not? Okay, River. Motiva is to show River, like, Motiva's gonna dig through the box and she's gonna pull out like a fancy like Robin Hood hat. She's gonna look at River and she's gonna show them the hat. And she's gonna say, "What do you think of whenever you see this? What kind of person wears this?"
I don't know, like a ranger?
I think that you would be an amazing ranger. Somebody who's destined to save the forest, protect the people, get a bunch of babes.
I mean, that's how rangers are back home, so. And you see they kind of like give a bit of a grin, and they take the hat and they kind of look it over, and they kind of shrug and they say, "Sure, why not? I don't got anything better to do.
Mativa winks and
I can
says,
chase people around."
"You want to be somebody who eats people like Rosie? You don't have to be a person. You can be a monster too."
Are you saying you can just chase after people and like growl and screech at them? Is that what she does?
You want to be the hunter or the hunted, my boy?
You see them go to firmly put the cap on their head and kind of like flick the bill, and they say, "I got this."
Mativa looks to Javanish and says, "Does that sound fun to you? Did you want to play?"
Oh, no. I'd be worried I could hurt some of you. I'm just here, keeping our friend on a leash is incorrect, but, you know, keeping him out of trouble, seeing the sights.
Think you're tougher than me?
Yeah, I do.
That's cute.
Thanks, I get that a lot, actually.
Not tougher than me. Can't be. I
You
fought
can
a
think whatever
bear.
you want. I'll just be here to watch.
Make sure to get some water, then it's hot. That's a joke.
It's not gonna be hot for another... He checks like an imaginary watch on his wrist. Another 200 days.
Well, not when we're around.
You practiced that one?
No. Oh no.
Could have fooled me.
Yeah. Still working on that acting bit. Is River still here?
Yeah, actually, well, River isn't technically still here. River put the hat on, and as you were sort of bantering with Javanish, I think because you were having a conversation, River was like, "Yeah, I'm good," and has now run off to go chase people in the LARP. No makeup, no outfit, just a hat.
All you need. That's all you need.
That's all you need. All you need is to be able to believe.
I think Mativa's just gonna chat with Javanish like two bewildered parents watching their kids at a playground.
I can definitely see that. That is the vibe of today. Occasionally, you'll kind of have another inquiry, and you'll dress somebody up to send them in. Occasionally, with a warning from either you or Javanish that River is chasing people. But people seem to be having fun with it. And the energy is really, really nice. And with that, I'm gonna check on some of our other babes. Let me get the music really quick. Alright, Falin, step forward.
Hello?
Hello, Falin. So with you, we go over to the cheer squad's sort of rally over at the stadium. What's really fun about this one is that there's actually a couple different athletic clubs doing a similar thing. So it's your section is the cheer squad doing stuff, but you also have nearby you the gymnastics club sort of doing stuff as well. When you come to go to your club stuff, Eleni actually comes with you because she's kind of interested. They're interested in seeing like what you're doing and like having a little dance time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think Eleni fully gets cheerleading. I think Eleni is like, we dance now. But Eleni comes with you. And you see here, of course, Xanther is once again sort of running the show, making sure everything goes off well. And you also see a person that you have never met before. and you see this humanoid person, pale skin, sort of this blonde like mullet, and wearing these really bright colors. You get the vibe of like Prismari, but you've never seen them. And they're sort of like chit-chatting with Xanther as you approach with Lainey. And you also see that Rionia is here with the gymnastics club.
I'm jotting down my notes real quick.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time.
Phila's gonna walk up with Eleni in tow, and just kind of wave and kind of doing that thing where she's coming up and saying hello and making it clear that she wants to talk, but also not immediately going to like interrupt their conversation.
Yeah, so you go up to this person you don't know, and Xanther talking, and you kind of like go up and wait, and Eleni is kind of looking around, super interested in all of these feats of strength that is happening, all of the bright colors. And as soon as you kind of walk up, you see that Xanther kind of looks to the side. He senses your approach, and he gives you this big grin, and he's like, "Falin, you're here!"
Hello, I am. I also brought a friend with me. This is Eleni.
Oh, awesome. We could always use some newcomers having fun. It's nice to meet you. And you see he goes to like shake Eleni's hand. And you see something very interesting whenever they shake hands is that there's a little bit of steam that comes off of their hands, but neither of them seem to be bothered by it as two Genasi's of opposite elements. Xanther would actually go to put a hand on your shoulder and say, we set up a spot for you over here with like some like blankets where people can sit, and like there's a couple like, you know, like easier like stretch and like workout gear and stuff for like whenever you're helping people.
Flynn gets a big smile and does a little happy clap. It's just, oh, thank you.
Yeah, of course. And you see this whole time, Xanther's friend is kind of just like idly like watching, and goes to say, well, hello. It's I'm not a part of all this, but I thought I would come and have a watch. Are you the new recruit Xanther's been telling me about?
Yes, I'm new to all of this, and she gestures to the whole stadium.
It's definitely interesting, but I find that it's irresistible. I feel like I can't stay too far away from here for too long.
Oh, yes, the energy is quite intoxicating, I must say. It's very fun.
It is, and it's all thanks to this guy. And you see them go to clap Xanther on the back, and he's like, "Oh no, it's everybody."
Flynn's gonna go ahead and hold her hand out to this guy and say, I am Flynn.
You see that this person goes to take your hand, and goes to give a bit of a bow, with it, almost going to kiss your knuckles, but not quite. You see at the last second, like, they sort of look up and, like, wink at you and says, well, it's nice to meet you, Falin. My name is Arlo. I'm a bit infamous.
What could you be infamous for?
Oh, just being the best Mage Tower player in the school right now.
Oh!
Yeah.
Does this mean I will be cheering on some of your games?
Of course. And I would say most of them. We have a very flourishing professional and amateur Mage Tower culture here. But I'm definitely in all the big ones. And you see they go to give you a wink.
Flynn gives another little clap and says, well, I'm excited to see you in action.
Yeah, it should be... Next quarter is when the big ones happen, but hopefully we'll have some scrimmages that you'll be able to see when you practice.
She gives a nod and says, I look forward to it.
I'm gonna go ahead and also point out, because this is probably something I haven't been doing that well. Arlo uses any pronouns, so you can use any. I have been sticking to they just out of habit, but any work.
Ah, gotcha.
Yes. Sorry, you can go ahead though. I just wanted to put that out there.
Nice. I think introductions out of the way, just letting it be known that she's here. She's gonna go ahead and bid them farewell.
Yeah.
And she's actually gonna ask Eleni if there's anything in particular she's interested in doing or looking at here.
Ooh, I think that Eleni is definitely very interested in like the stretches and that sort of thing, and like seeing what people are doing. Some of the more experienced club people are kind of just doing things specifically to show off and be really flashy, but you're kind of over there just hanging out. I was gonna point out another thing. 1 second. No, I think that was it. I think that was your stuff. Yeah, so you spend your time occasionally helping new or more tired members of the club stretch, warm up, chill out. You've got some like water bottles set up on these sort of like blankets out on the lawn. And that's how you spend your time. Yeah, so now it's Sweet Dovey's turn. Let me get you your music. All right, Dovey, it is your turn. And you go over to Silverquill. You go over the rose stage. And you you help set up the play a little bit, but you also have your situation out front. And something very interesting that you notice is sort of as you walk up and get situated out front of the stage where people are kind of setting up these props. There's like wooden like sound makers and like wood cutouts of like creatures and people, stagehand things, kind of in the wings for if somebody calls for a specific prop. And you see Quintilius and Rubina quick at work, and you also see. Hold on, let me turn this music down a little bit. I didn't know you were loud. And you also see something very interesting. So I want you to roll me a perception really quick while you're doing this and interacting with people who are interested in the play.
11.
11, delicious. So something very cool about your specific thing outside is that you are, the Play Actors Guild is booming with attention. You feel like there's a large number of people who are interested in joining. And come up to you specifically to talk about it, and then are very wowed by the fact that you can look exactly like them and you can dress them up and stuff like that. It's definitely a very interesting interaction you're having with a lot of students. There's a good number of Silverquills, but a majority of the people who really like your performance are Prismaris. And something that you notice as you're kind of doing this is that you occasionally will watch people practicing or getting stuff together over on the stage, and you actually see Quintilius is taking a break and talking to Giselle.
Oh. How far away are they from me?
I want to say like maybe 50 or 60 feet. Like they're not super far away, but they're a little far away for you to like hear what they're talking about or anything. Especially with how many people are kind of moving around this space.
Yeah. Am I currently busy with a person, or?
I'll say that this is between people because I think that
Okay.
makes the most sense for you to be looking around.
Yeah, I think Deb is gonna get up real quick and I think walk over and kind of wave to both of them.
Yeah, so you go over and you wave at them. You see that Quintilius looks over and gives a bit of a smile and says, "Ah, Dove, welcome. I see that you've been having success with your recruiting tactics." And you see that Giselle almost looks startled that you appear very suddenly. And she looks over at you and says, "Oh, hi, Dove."
Oh, hi Giselle, I'm surprised to see you here.
"Oh, yes, I was interested in the club."
Oh, really? That's
I-
wonderful.
Yes. She looked really embarrassed.
And Dove will kind of turn to Quintilius and say, I apologize if it was a bit in the way or anything like that, but I just thought it would be fun.
Oh no, don't apologize at all. It wasn't in the way. And if anything, I feel like having such a exciting and enticing display would bring in more people into the stage. So please, don't mind it at all. If anything,
Uh,
I'm sorry to distract you from your work.
Not at all. It's just something I'm doing for fun. Just before the play. Uh, Giselle, what exactly are you interested in? Are you interested in performing on the stage?
Oh, I'm not too sure. I was I was thinking about giving it a try, maybe auditioning or something.
That would be wonderful. I'm sorry if I was interrupting your two's conversation at all.
No. It's all right. I've never done anything like this before, so and as you're talking, uh,
Hmm.
something else very interesting happens. Dove, you in particular have you have pretty good passive insight, right? You notice things about people pretty easily. And so something that you notice towards the tail end of this conversation is you see this very like subtle look from Quintilius, where Quintilius kind of looks over your shoulder idly, and a couple seconds later you feel Giselle go to put a hand on your arm, as you feel a presence behind you, and you hear a low voice say, "Hey,"
Oh my god.
and it's who you think it is.
Yeah, it is.
Too many bitches in one spot.
uh, Dove will kind of turn around and look up and say, "Oh, Vicus, hello. I didn't realize you would be looking around at the clubs."
Uh, you see Vicus kind of looks down at you and kind of raises an eyebrow and says, "I wasn't. I was looking for you."
Oh,
And you hear a sort of prim voice from behind you say, "Dove, who's your friend?"
this is Vicus. He's fourth year, right? God,
Yes.
he's a fourth year of Witherbloom.
Interesting. Uh, and you see him go to give a bit of a nod and say, "Well, welcome to our performance. Feel free to stick around."
Um, would you be interested in watching the performance, Vicus?
Oh, are you busy?
Oh, I had just promised that I would be doing this play with them, but afterward we could go.
You see him go to make direct eye contact with Quintilius behind you, and he says, "All right."
How does Giselle look also, by the way?
So Giselle is doing this very interesting thing where Giselle hasn't said anything. Giselle's kind of watching, but you see that her eyes are watching Vicus, but she looks almost mad. Like, it is uncharacteristic for you to see such a plain display of emotion on Giselle's face, who's generally very timid. And she just looks annoyed.
Jesus Christ, you guys are gonna die for real.
Persona 5 Valentine's Day event.
What have I done?
I just flirted with the 3 most possessive characters in the game.
Yeah, I know, it was on accident.
Too many bitches.
I love them though.
You see, Yeah, I know. You would be screaming. You guys would be screaming. I feel like Vicus is just gonna kind of look at the situation, look at Dove, and he also looks a little bit put out, but he kind of just sucks his teeth and says, "I guess I'll go sit down and
Okay,
wait."
I'm sorry, I didn't realize it would be now.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's club signups.
Oh, what club are you part of, by the way, Vicus?
I have to check. Has Panini? Hold on one second.
That's fair.
I have so many characters to keep track of right now.
I don't know if he's in one. I just
Yeah,
realized
he
that, so
would-
that's why I asked.
He would mention that he's not in any clubs at this
Sarah,
present
that's
time.
the bitch that was fighting Killian. That's the bitch that was fighting Killian.
Yes, that's that guy.
Yeah.
I think but right before I cut this off, I think Vicus is gonna kind of look at Quintilius and also kind of a little bit at Giselle and just say, "Well, have fun with your friends." And we're gonna go back to Motiva. So let me get the music. Okay, and we're back to Motiva. So let me get my notes back up. So we come to you after a bit of time has passed, and we get to a point where you're starting to get less trickle in. The play is really exciting, and it feels like you and also Rosie, who's technically running the event, can kind of relax a little bit. And Rosie has convinced you to do this really dramatic scene where you guys fight, but then also you try to befriend the monster because that's just your vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and so we are in this scene, and you have become triumphant in your fight, and Rosie in her beholder costume is laying on the ground. "Oh, woe is me. Just put me out of my misery already. You won."
No. I believe that you can be better.
"I don't deserve a second chance. Not something like me."
We all do. We're all monsters, but we all grow.
You see Rosie looks at you with fake crying that could make an actor be jealous, as she throws herself into a hug with her many arms around you, and she says, "I swear I'm gonna make this up to you. I owe you
promise
my
to
life."
be- I promise to be the friend you always needed. I swear it.
You already are. You guys are both like fake crying. People are applauding. And something that you then notice very quickly is you hear a scream.
Oh.
I want you to roll me a perception to see if you can figure out where it comes from, because instantly the minute this scream happens, echoes of it into a chorus pop up, and people are running in every which direction. Panic is ensuing on this crowded lawn.
I do not fucking notice. I rolled a 3 + 1.
Very interesting. So you are scrambling around, you're standing up, Rosie is helping you get up. And as you're sort of frantically looking around in a situation you've never found yourself in a stampede of people, scared for their lives, you don't notice it until it already passes you, as you see the costume trunk you had been using all day opens on its own and bears teeth. And it's going to try to attack you because you don't notice it until it's right up on you. it goes to bite at your ankles, coming up to about your thigh, as it only barely doesn't get you as you step backwards. And with that, we're going to take a break and we're going to come over to Falin.
Roll.
So we are here again. The performances are full underway. And you sort of, at this point in time, you're not just somebody who's helping people warm up, but you're also sort of the rest area, where people go to just sit and kind of talk idly. And a good majority of your time has just spent, with you and, Eleni, sort of chit-chatting. Rionia will occasionally come over and, like, sit and talk with you as well, as you're kind of sitting on these blankets on this lawn. What do you think Falin is doing right now?
I think she's definitely spending time hanging out with Eleni and Rionia when they come over. But other than that, I think helping with stretches, maybe handing out like waters and stuff, talking to people who have an interest in joining but have not yet.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely feel like that's a majority of what you're doing, and it's nice to keep hydrated and cool. It's kind of chilly today, so the activity definitely helps keep you warm through this sort of light mist that is just drizzling today. But it doesn't seem to bother anybody. Until it does. As very quickly you realize what you had just thought was the sensation of people moving around nearby you. The blanket that you're under starts moving until it goes to envelop Eleni sitting next to you. And chaos erupts around you as well.
Fucking mimics! Fucking mimic bitches!
Fucking mimic bitches. It does not try to attack you at all because in fact you notice extremely quickly that it is in fact focused on Eleni that it has in its grasp.
Why? Do I have time to respond to this?
I will give you one thing that you can do, and then we're gonna move on to Dove's thing.
I think Falin's first instinct upon blanket moving away from her coming towards friend is to try and grab it to stop it from moving. I don't know that she's successful in that, but she tries to.
You can definitely roll. I want to say maybe roll a I'll say roll an acrobatics, like a dex, to see if you can at least grab a hold of this thing before it's completely smothering your friend.
That is very generous of you, thank you.
Yes. I was thinking athletics and I was like, oh, you'd immediately fail.
Yeah. 9. I failed anyway.
So, what's very interesting about your scene is that you managed to grab an edge of it, but it is undulating and actively moving. You can feel that the inside of it is almost wet, like the inside of a mouth. And you can't get a good enough grip on it to pull it off of your friend just yet. And now it's time to go to Dove. I have to pause because I just keep laughing.
Guys, can we put the owlbear the owlbear emoji from Icewind in here now?
Can you please put it in here? Can you send it to me, Sarah? Oh my god, I have to pee. I paused. Wait.